Hello friends. Today I am gonna explain the movie named The Bluff, starring Priyanka Chopra and Karl Urban as main cast. At the beginning of the story, we are shown a ship in the middle of the ocean. Pirates had attacked this ship. During the battle, the pirates killed many innocent people. The captain of the ship that was attacked was Bodden. When he found out about the attack, he tried to escape from there with his gold. But the pirates had specifically come there to capture him. They take Bodden prisoner. After this, Captain Connor makes his entry. He is the leader of the pirates. He asks Bodden, "Where did these gold biscuits on your ship come from? They have my seal on them, which clearly means that this treasure belongs to me. Where did you get it from?" Bodden refuses to speak. He does not tell him anything. But Connor wanted his treasure back at any cost, so he does not harm him. The pirates find a document on Bodden's ship, and with its help they learn which island Bodden had come from. After this, the scene shifts to 6 days later, where an island named Caymanbrack is shown. On this island, we see a girl named Ursel. She is looking toward the sea, waiting for her husband to return. Almost 70 days had passed, but her husband had still not come back. Ursel has a son named Isaac and also a sister named Elizabeth. She lives there with both of them. Isaac has some problem with his legs, so he cannot walk properly. He asks his mother, "When will father come back home?" It has been 70 days since he left. His mother tries to distract him and says, "You already know your father is always late. He was even late to our wedding. Don't worry, he will return home soon." After this, we learn that Elizabeth is in love with a boy named Weston. Her sister does not know about this. She secretly meets him. From their conversation, we find out that the two of them are planning to run away from there, and Elizabeth is ready to leave with him. Suddenly, when she sees her sister approaching, she hides Weston. Her sister becomes a little suspicious, but she is not completely sure. That day was Isaac's birthday. At night, all of them celebrate his birthday together. After that, Ursel takes him to the room to put him to sleep. On the other hand, we see Elizabeth, who had already decided to run away from there. That is why she writes a letter for her sister. After this, we are shown Weston, who goes to the place where he had asked Elizabeth to come in the morning. But suddenly, Scout arrives there with 2 of his men. What they did to Weston is not shown to us. Meanwhile, Elizabeth meets her nephew one last time during the night, and, after leaving the letter on the table, she leaves from there. Late at night, Ursel suddenly wakes up because she hears the clinking sound of bottles, which meant that someone was opening the gate. She first goes to Elizabeth's room, but Elizabeth is not there. However, when she looks outside the window, she sees an unknown man approaching her house. She immediately realizes that something is wrong, so she quickly locks the door and goes to her son's room. She takes her son with her and hides him in a small basement downstairs. After this, someone suddenly starts banging on the door. Ursel becomes alert with her gun. As soon as one man enters, she shoots him with the gun. But the very next moment, another man comes from behind him and attacks her. They brutally beat her, drag her, and torture her. At the same time, Scout arrives there. He shows her a gold biscuit and asks, "Where is the treasure?" Ursel replies, "I don't know what treasure you are talking about." Upon this, Scout tells his men, "Give her a little more dose, then she will remember everything." After saying this, he leaves from there. The next morning, Elizabeth reaches the place where Weston had asked her to come. After arriving there, she finds out that someone has killed Weston. After this, we are shown Connor, who had reached the island early in the morning with many of his men. Soon, the people of the island also realize that they are about to be attacked. Seeing armed men approaching the island, all the islanders prepare their guns, weapons, and gunpowder. The wives, children, and women are hidden inside the church. To strike first, the islanders prepare the cannons. But at the same moment, they come under attack. This is because the people attacking their island possessed weapons that the islanders had never even seen before. They had guns with which they killed many people on the island from a distance. At the same time, Elizabeth also arrives there, and when she sees the pirates, she quickly hides herself. By the way, let me tell you that all the men present there belong to Lee. Connor is completely alone. He has brought all of them there by tempting them with gold. Lee is also only interested in the treasure. The pirates capture the chief of the village. When they ask him, "Which house belongs to Bodden? Where is his wife?" the chief replies, "She is just a fisherwoman, and you have brought an entire army for her." However, Connor tells him, "You still do not know her true identity." They ask him again, but the chief refuses to answer. After that, Connor blows him up with gunpowder. At that very moment, Scout arrives there, who is one of their own men. He tells Connor, "Your beloved is now in the custody of our men." But perhaps they did not know that she was the kind of woman who was very difficult to control. The moment she gets a chance, she instantly attacks both of Scout's men. Returning to her old style, she beats them so badly that they eventually give up. As soon as she finishes one of them, the other attacks her. But she brutally kills the second one as well. She had completely lost control and rage. The poor man was already dead, yet she kept beating him. After this, she goes inside and first takes her son out from hiding. She tells him, "Don't worry, everything is fine." She was acting so normal, as if nothing had happened. At that very moment, the church father arrives at the house and tells Ursula, "Many of our people have already been killed. They came back here searching for you. These are the same people." Hearing this, Ursula immediately realizes that the game of death is about to begin. She tells the father, "I will have to leave this place with my son." But the father replies, "You cannot do that. You are their last hope. Only you can stop them. They have come here only for you." Ursula says, "All right, I will try, but you will have to take my son away from here." At that moment, they find Elizabeth's letter on the table. Only then do they realize that she was running away with Weston. After this, Ursula puts her son in the wheelchair and tells the father, "Take him with you. After finding my sister, I will come and meet you in the jungle." After that, she starts heading toward the same place where her sister and Weston were supposed to meet. Meanwhile, Elizabeth was running back home through the same path, and luckily, Ursula finds her easily. Her sister tells her that those people killed Weston. Ursula calms her down and then leaves with her. On the other side, we are shown that Connor has already arrived at Ursula's house with his men. He searches everywhere for the treasure, but he finds nothing there. He had understood that the treasure was not there at all. Then he notices wheelchair tracks on the ground leading toward the jungle. Connor tells his men, "She has a son who cannot walk. Follow them into the jungle. They will be found soon." Meanwhile, inside the jungle, the wheelchair gets stuck in a pit, and the father is unable to pull it out. So Isaac gets out of the wheelchair, and after that, they continue the journey on foot. After moving a little farther, they hear some sound coming from the jungle. The voice belonged to Ursula, who had arrived there with her sister. They only had to cross one river, and then they would have been far away from there. Ursula had hidden a wooden board there. With its help, they begin crossing the river. On the other side, Connor is searching for them in the jungle with his men, and he also finds the wheelchair. From that, they realize that the group could not have gone very far. Ursula had already crossed the river. The only ones left behind were the father and Isaac, and at that very moment Connor arrives there with his men. Because of this, the father gets trapped. Ursula had already gone deeper into the jungle with her sister and son. When the pirates ask the father, "Which way did they go? Where are they?" he refuses to speak. To force him to talk, Connor shoots him in the legs. Even then, when he still refuses to speak, Connor orders his men to cross the river and move forward. But as soon as his men start crossing the river, a crocodile living in the river attacks them very viciously. On the other hand, we see Ursula telling the other two, "Go and hide in a safe place. I will try to stop them." It was necessary for her to go because some of the men had already crossed the river. They had entered the jungle and were searching everywhere for them. The moment Ursula gets a chance, she attacks the men and kills them one by one. She eliminates all the men who had crossed the river into the jungle. At the same moment, Ursula hears a voice. Connor tells her, "We have played enough hide and seek. Now quietly listen to what I say. If you want to see your husband alive, then quietly come to your own house at night with the gold. You will give me my treasure, and in return I will give your husband back. But if you do not come, I will kill your husband." After this, Ursula screams loudly, which meant yes. This is the captain's language, so we cannot understand it. After that, Ursula takes both of them into a cave. Only she knew about this cave. It had remained hidden there for many years. Ursula had discovered it, and she used to store all her valuable belongings there. As soon as they enter, Elizabeth asks her, "What was all that? How were you killing those men so easily?" Ursula knew that her secret had now been exposed, so there was no point in lying anymore. She tells her sister and her son, "At one time, I used to be the captain of my own ship. But one day, while we were sailing through the sea, Connor attacked us with his pirates. At that time, I was very young. He killed all the men on my ship, but he took me with him. He forced me to join the pirates' gang, and then he turned me into a killer as well. I was raised among pirates. Yes, but after meeting Baden, I left everything behind and started a new life on this island. But now these people are after the gold, which does not belong to them. It is our inheritance. But greedy people will not leave this place without taking it." After this, Ursula makes a plan and prepares everything, because before nightfall she also had to take the gold and save her husband. She brings out all of her old weapons again. She shows Isaac a boat and tells him, "If I do not return, then leave this place with Elizabeth in this boat. Nothing will happen to me. No matter what, I will definitely come back to you." After this, we see Baden. He is brought back to his own house. When he sees so much blood outside his home, he becomes very frightened. He was scared that something might have happened to his child. He was not worried about his wife because he knew that his wife was like a lioness. Once again, Lee tells Connor, "Look, we do not care about anyone. We just want to take the gold and leave this place." Lee was afraid that Connor might do something wrong in order to take revenge on Ursel. Now after this, we are shown a night scene. All of them are waiting for Ursel to arrive. But she was not foolish enough to come from the front. She comes out through a well connected to a tunnel and starts killing people one by one. In this way, she reaches the basement of her house. There was one man inside the house, and she kills him too. After that, she goes inside where her husband had been tied up. Bodden is happy to see his wife safe and sound. He tells her, "I took the gold biscuit from the cave because there is an astrologer who can cure our son. But because of that gold, everything got ruined. All of this is happening only because of me." His wife replies, "Do not worry, everything will be all right." After this, when she tries to open the lock, it does not open because the key was with Connor. After that, she gives Bodden a knife and says, "I will save you. Do not worry." As soon as Connor enters the room, Ursel has already left from there. While he was inside, she was distracting the others outside. She had spread bombs all around the area, so nobody had the courage to move. She tells them, "I have brought your gold. In return, I want my husband." These people could hardly believe her, so she even shows them the gold. The moment they see the gold, they agree to release Bodden. But as I already told you, Lee feared that Connor might create trouble, and he does exactly that. He had stationed one of his men on top of a tree. The moment he gets the chance, he shoots Bodden with a gun. However, Bodden is lucky because the bullet does not hit him directly, it only grazes past him. But after that, a fight begins between him and Connor. The moment Ursel gets a chance, she also starts shooting people. After fighting for some time, Connor defeats her. Bodden had already fallen to the ground. At that same moment, Ursel tells Connor, "Your fight is with me. Leave him alone." But there was a very old rivalry between them, and Connor wanted revenge. That is why he refuses to compromise. He kills Bodden. As soon as Ursel runs toward him to save him, Lee shoots her in the legs. Her husband dies right in front of her eyes. He takes his last breath and dies. After this, Connor attacks Ursel. Connor did not want to kill her because at one time, she used to be his beloved. But for some reason, Ursel had betrayed him. She stole his treasure and ran away. Anyway, Connor tells her, "Accept defeat and come with me." But then Ursel burns the ropes of the well, pushes Connor, and jumps into the well herself. There was a bomb inside the box of gold, which explodes and injures many people. Using the well, Ursel escapes back to her location through the tunnel. After the explosion, many of Lee's men had already died. None of this would have happened if Connor had simply taken the gold quietly. It was his obsession with revenge that caused all this destruction. Lee says, "No more of our men will die now. We are leaving this place. This mission ends here." However, Connor says, "You cannot do that." During the argument, both of them pull out their guns. But Connor shoots him first. After killing Lee, all of Lee's men come under Connor's control. Connor tells the men, "So many of your people have died, and now you want to abandon the mission and go back. If we get that gold, all of us will become rich. Then we can live our lives in luxury." The gold Ursel brought was not real. It was fake. The real gold is still with her. All of Lee's men agree with Connor and become ready to support him. On the other hand, we see Ursel, who was badly injured, while Elizabeth is treating her wounds. She removes the bullet from her legs and stitches the wound. There, Ursel tells them, "Bodden is no longer in this world. He has left us forever." Meanwhile, those men burn down Ursel's entire house and start searching for the tunnel through the well where Ursel had escaped. Following the trail of blood, they eventually reach the tunnel. Before they arrive, Ursel is also making full preparations because she knew that now this game would end only after one of them dies. Either she would die, or Connor would die. Her sister and son also become ready to fight alongside her. All of them hide weapons and gunpowder at different places there. Ursel once again tells both of them, "You have to leave this place in that boat. I will handle whatever happens here." After some time, as soon as Connor arrives there with his men, Ursel is already hiding nearby. She immediately starts firing at them. One by one, she sends countless men to their deaths. Whoever comes close to her, she kills them too by taking advantage of the darkness. In this way, many of Connor's men are killed. After this, Connor tells Ursel to come out and fight openly. As the situation becomes quiet for a moment, Elizabeth was about to leave from there with Isaac. But at that same moment, Scout arrives there and captures Elizabeth. Thankfully, Isaac attacks Scout's hands, because of which he lets Elizabeth go, and they get a chance to escape. Elizabeth was about to leave from there, but suddenly Scout comes from behind and grabs her again. In order to save herself, Elizabeth pulls a rope. Because of this, an arrow shoots out from one of the weapons and strikes Scout directly in the chest. When Elizabeth goes near him, she notices the same locket around his neck that she had once given to Weston. She realizes that this very man had killed Weston. She takes the locket back from him. After this, we see Connor, who is waiting upstairs for Ursula. When she arrives there, a fight breaks out between the two of them. During the long fight, Connor wounds her again and again. He injures Ursula badly and throws her to the ground. He even gives her a chance to surrender, but instead of surrendering, she chooses to die like her husband. Therefore, Connor becomes ready to fulfill that wish as well. Before Connor could kill Ursula, her sister suddenly arrives there and shoots Connor with a gun. During this moment, Ursula gets an opportunity. She stands up and attacks Connor once again, finally killing him. This time, he does not survive. He dies. But because of the battle, Ursula had also been badly wounded. As a result, she too collapses onto the ground. On the other side, her son was bringing the boat there. That is when he discovers that all the gold had been hidden inside the boat. His mother had hidden all the treasure there. And with this, the story ends here. Hope you liked the video. If you like it, then please do like and subscribe my channel for new movie explanation. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.